is the best end. So I went through that notion, always worried that the Vietnam War was coming and being aware of it. I mean, that was taught in our schools. We understood what was happening. And for a young man, that was real, energy, worry, if you like, that not consumed you, but it was in the back of your head the whole time.
At this time, the American 7th Fleet was based in Sydney. What do you remember of Sydney this time? Was there a sense of this kind of large military presence?
Huge. I mean, if I said that my energies were about the notion of maybe having to go to Vietnam and all that would imply, again, a fellow who has a fairly good imagination was conjuring up what this might be. In some respect, I kind of thought, okay, I'm going. That'd be interesting. I'll see what happens. So that's another move. I wasn't scared of moves. We'd been moving all the time, so there was not a problem there. But I missed out in the draft. It's probably the only lottery I'll ever win because, if every young man in Australia turns 18 and this year they take all the days out of the hat that gives them 2,000, because that's all they take in the draft. And they took the 20th of October and they took the 22nd of October that year. So the 21st was let out. I was scot-free. The only trouble was, because you had been living up to it, it was kind of, oh dear, two arms to one length, as they say over here. What am I going to do now? So you had pre-planned the whole university business as well. And that university business was in Sydney, the University of New South Wales. But if you take a country boy that's been all around here, and then he's sort of got his eyes on this kind of goal, going to Vietnam or something like that, that it's in his back of his mind, and then it doesn't happen, he's 18, he's let out of school, and he has to go and do a university. My God, it was amazing, because Sydney at that time was the port for R&R of the entire American 7th Fleet. Now, I don't think anybody here could imagine what that's like. It was a theme park for Americans, and American men of certain age, certain appetites, and brutalities and violence and all that stuff, and probably heads deeply screwed up by what they'd been with, what they'd seen, what they'd been doing. And then they went, here's a nice big Australian city, go for it, baby, just have fun. It was incredible. So I went there. We were based in Manly. It's a seaside suburb of Sydney where my father had been born. And so going back to roots, and we'd kind of been there a number of different times over the years to visit. So we're back there, going to University of New South Wales. From one